At the suggestion, we want to shout out at the suggestion of Age of Boredom.
Yep.
He is an awesome follower of the podcast. He's got his own YouTube channel. I believe it's also Age of Boredom on YouTube. If it's not, I'll post a link to his thing later in our Discord. So Age of Boredom gave us an amazing idea for sort of a community event, and it's to host our own World Cup for anyone who is remotely aware of sports and soccer. Coming up next month or later, next week, not next month, but next week, is starting one of the biggest tournaments in soccer on the world stage, where all the world watches, even people who don't give a rip about soccer usually watch a little bit. They act like they know what they're talking about for a month out of the 4 years. But anyway, so the World Cup, all the world's biggest teams come together. And so we are going to do one of our own. And Gio and I have done a little bit of work behind the scenes to make this happen. But what this is going to be is this is going to be a Twitter tournament. And that means that we are going to need your help more than ever. As starting next week, we are going to start with group stage matchups. We have 32 RPGs, both a list of some of the greatest and then some of our personal favorite of RPGs/RPG series, 32 entries that will be going head to head, first in a group stage and then later on in a knockout round. And it's all going to take place on Twitter. I will post in Discord every day when the polls are live. So essentially what is going to happen is we're going to have matchups in a Twitter poll, and you are going to vote on which one should go through. Okay. So we are going to real quick run down the groups that are gracing our very first Switch RPG World Cup tournament. All right. We got some doozies.
No, but I'm sorry. Before you go, what I actually absolutely love about this idea is that we're comparing, or we're putting games or not genres, but series of games that have, some of them have nothing to do with each other, and I absolutely love that aspect. Sometimes you can compare, similar type games together, and some of these are just very different. So I think it's awesome.
And what I want to say is this is not to try to put together a definitive greatest game of all time. This is strictly for fun. This is a chance to pit games together, like Gio's saying, that have no business being compared together. It's literally just what do you want to win? What do you want to go through? Now,
this list was put randomly.
Yeah. So how I put this together is I did do some curation of the top 32, and there is a mix of series and also single games. If a series had what we sort of believed, the staff to believe, to have several really good games. Take for instance the Final Fantasy series or the Tales of series, or the Dragon Age series. Then we have one entry for the series as a whole. But then if a game, it was a one-off or it didn't necessarily have a series that was fantastic, but it had a standout game, then those are individual entries. Okay. So then what we curated that 32, the top 32. And then what I did was I broke it down into 8 different groups, just like the real live World Cup. And I did a random generation. I filled these group stages. So you're going to hear groups with games together that have nothing in common, is all literally just random. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to do for the group stage is we're going to have a Twitter poll with these 4 games. Each group has 4 games in them, or 4 games in them. So the Twitter poll will have 4 entries. You vote on which game should go through. For the group stage, the top 2 games are going to go through. This is just like the World Cup. Okay. So let's run down. Gio, let's go back and forth. Do you have it pulled up in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Let's go back and forth with these groups. So first, in group number 1, called Group Activision, we've got Super Mario RPG, the Trails series, the Legend of Heroes series, the Persona series, and the Mana series.
I can predict that one. Awesome. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that was one kind of that flew under the radar for me earlier because we've got one coming up later that's crazy. But yeah, that one kind of flew under the radar. That is 4 great entries.
Right.
So you got to decide what 2 we're going to go through, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Gio, hit me with the next one.
All right, next we have Group Bethesda. Now these group names have absolutely zero to do with the titles in here. But Group Bethesda has the Ultimate series, the Pokemon series, Bloodborne, and the Dragon Age series.
Once again, what do you choose there? What to go through there? And you only get 1 vote, but like, it's going to be so cutthroat. We've got Ultima, Pokemon, Bloodborne, and Dragon Age.
Now, I can also predict in this, you will probably have multiple burner accounts on Twitter voting for Dragon Age. I can already see this. There's going to be some fixing going on here, some match fixing on your end.
Moving on to Group Nintendo. We've got Planescape Torment, the Diablo series, the Fable series, and the Xenoblade Chronicles series.
Some good ones.
Some doozies there.
All right, cool. So next we have Group EA. Maybe we should have picked a different one there. But we have Deus Ex, Suikoden 2. Did I say that right?
Suikoden, I think. Yeah. Suikoden.
We'll go with Suikoden 2, Earthbound, and Dragon Quest series. That's a heavy hitter there.
Yeah, Dragon Quest is going to be hard pressed to lose that one. That is Dragon Quest's group to lose. All right, and then we got Group Square Enix. We've got Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, Phantasy Star series, Chrono Trigger, and the Dark Souls series.
This is another tough one.
Oh my god! And
this is another.
I think you'll see on the video I'm like smiling like a freaking little kid at Christmas, but you can probably also hear it in my voice. I was so excited putting this together because I'm just like a total nerd for stuff like this. But like thinking about these games being matched up to each other just makes me so excited. And I'm hoping that you guys are excited too. And tell everybody that you know, anybody that's on Twitter, get in on these polls because this is very important. It really is. Yeah. Like ignore work for the day. Make sure you vote on these polls when they're live. All right.
Not just vote, but if you can comment.
Yeah.
That's cool too.
Yeah. Take ownership for these games. All right, Gio, here goes. There's gonna be a little drum roll because this is what we are labeling the group of death.
Yeah.
Hit me with it. I cannot stop smiling. Hit me with the group of death.
This is a toughie, man. We have so for the first group game.
So this is Group Sony, by the way. Group Sony.
I'm sorry. Yes, Group Sony. We have the Final Fantasy series.
Oof.
Okay. Oof. And then we have the Mass Effect series.
Ooh.
Should we end there? No. We're going on next to the XCOM series. Okay. And then after that, the Witcher series.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you this was completely random. Gio was watching because I did this in a Google Doc that was shared with everybody, and I was doing, like I said, random generation, and he was watching as we had a long list of everybody that was going to be involved, and as it came up, as they got drawn, they were dropped down, and I did group 1 through 8, so like it filled out slowly, and so we started with Final Fantasy series. I was like, okay, strong. Then it was Final Fantasy and Mass Effect. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Then it adds in XCOM, which was like wild card out of nowhere. Right. And then near the end, The Witcher was still on the table. And I was like, there's no way that it gets slotted in the group of death. And then it did. So Final Fantasy series, the Mass Effect series, XCOM series, and the Witcher series. I don't even know where to go. You have one vote. I have no idea where to go.
Well, I can't predict that one.
Two will go through. All right. 2 more to go. We got the group Bandai Namco with Fire Emblem series, World of Warcraft, Baldur's Gate series, and System Shock 2. Some doozies there.
There are some doozies there. I think I have a favorite there, but yeah, those are tough. And if you thought Group Sony was the group of death,
yeah,
this was a good one too.
Yeah, this is a great one.
This is a really good one. So Group Ubisoft has the Tales of series.
Whew.
Are you kidding me? The Elder Scrolls series.
Oh.
Wow. The Legend of Dragoon.
A lot of people love that game.
Yeah, that's actually a really good game. And then we have the Fallout series.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, this is Group of Death 2. Tales of Elder Scrolls, Legend of Dragoon, and Fallout series. Holy moly.
That one's a tough one too.
And just to reiterate, like, so everyone, I mean, I'm assuming everyone understands what we're saying. With this group stage, we're going to release one poll every day. So you can vote once in each group. You don't get one vote overall. That'd be stupid. And also, like, we're not like banning you from voting and other things. Like, we will release one group per day starting next week. Okay. Starting next week. I have it all planned out, the dates and everything. I have already scheduled this entire thing out, and I'm going to be making a graph. I'm going to be making a graphic of it so that you'll know exactly what's coming when, and easy to look at. This is going to be so much fun, and my only hope is that we get a lot of engagement. So once again, like I said, I am hoping that you guys are have as much fun with this as I am having and thinking about having with this. And after the group stage is over, 2 teams will move on from each group, and then we'll have knockout stages, and it's going to get absolutely brutal. Once again, we're not trying to choose greatest game of all time or anything like that. This is strictly for fun. Like, this is where you get to vote with your heart. You don't even have to vote with your mind here. What are your favorites in each of these groups? And it's going to probably cause some tears, because Tual already had trouble earlier choosing 3 favorite series. He couldn't even narrow it down to 3. So
I saw that you asked that. Is that what?
Yeah, that was part of it. I just wanted to get a couple. In fact, I was able to add Fire Emblem from that. I was able to add a couple of others from that. So your answers are showing up. They're in here. But vote with your heart. And also with your finger too, like actually literally vote.
Yeah, you gotta physically do something, right?
And tell people about this. We're going to try to get as many people in on this as possible, because I don't want like these groups to have like 2 votes apiece, right? As many people as we can. Let's spread the word. This is going to be big. This is the Switch RPG World Cup tournament. The World
2018.
Cup 2018 for... Who's going to win? Literally, who's going to... I don't even know who's going to get out of group stages, because these are brutal groups. Anyway, but like I said, I will make a graphic that will have sort of the calendar of the events. Get yourselves ready.